Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to solve another important coding interview problem and that is longest common prefix. So in this video we will learn how to find the longest common prefix among a group of string. And this question is very important in coding interviews and placement test and platform like LeetCode and HackerRank also. So make sure you watch till the end to clearly understand the logic. So before we start, if you like placement coding problems and if you're preparing for thesis NQT and this problem is for you. And subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So let's go into our problem statement. So here is our problem statement and the string is given and we need to find the longest common prefix shared by all the strings. And if there is no common prefix, we return an empty string. So we'll get the string and so the string will be given. So which is an array of string will be given and we have to find longest common prefix among all strings. So which means in each and every string in the character in the array, we have to find the which characters are occurred in each string at for the longest. And if we don't find anything, we have to return the string. So I'll explain with the example so you will understand more clearly. So let's go to the example. So this is our example. So in this example, we get the input as string array as a floor, flow, and flight. So our output is FL. So I means also in these three string F and L are common. So in if we takes FLO, so in floor and flow the FL was common, but in flight it's not a common. But FL is common in the uh, three string. So that's why we have taken the FL. So it is the longest common prefix characters. So we are going to print that. So let's see our second example. So in our second example, we have a dog, race car and car. So if we take a D, so is D present here? No. So of course it's not a longest prefix. So let's take a O. So of course here also it's not present, here also not present. So and if we take a D, so in a second string also it's not present and as well as to the third string. So the one string does not contain in a any string. So of course it's not the longest prefix, longest common prefix. So we just written an empty string. So here is our intuition. So at first we start with the first word as a prefix and compare it with each string and reduce the prefix until it matches all the string. And here is example. So I have already told this example flower, flow and flight. So in a step 1, we take the prefix as a flower. So we just take a first string as a prefix and we will compare with the other string in the array. So if we compare this flower with the flow and flight, so in a second string up to flow it is a common, right? So here also FLOW and here also FLOW. So it's common. So we just take FLOW and comparing to the third string, we'll get FLIGHT. So in a third character is changed, right? So we just take the FL here. So and our final answer will be FL. So by comparing each and every string with another string, we just reduce the characters which is not common in the both string. So the common string will be taken and we'll just print that. So here is our approach. So here we use a horizontal scanning. So which means at first assume in our first step take the first string as prefix and loop through remaining string, and while the current string does not start with the prefix, remove the last character. And if prefix become empty, return null or it's a empty string. So here is our pseudocode and the time complexity. So in our pseudocode, we initializing prefix equal to our first string array. And inside the for each loop, each and every string will come. And we just check in a while loop if the string does not start with the prefix or not. So first we just remove the last character of the prefix and we return the prefix. So I'll code it so that you will understand more clearly. And next our time complexity and space complexity. So our time complexity is because n into m. So because n is number of string and m is length of the smallest string. So that's why biggest. So the time complexity is because n into m. And space complexity is because 1 because we are not using any extra space. So let's code it now. So let's create a class here. Let's give longest common prefix. So LCP. So inside our class, our main class. So public static void main and inside scanner. So let's take input. So int n equal to sa dot next int. So we take the input for the length of the array and string str equal to new string of n. So let's get the input for this. I equal to 0, I less than n and I plus plus. And here str of I equal to se dot next. So we have get the input and next we have to check the condition. So if the string length is 0, so in any case our string length is 0, we have to print the empty string and we have to end the program. So if the string is empty, it's not a value, right? So we cannot compare with any string because there's a no character in a empty string. So that's why. So SCR dot length, if it is equal to 0, we have to just print the empty string and we have to return the program. So let's come to the actual code. So string, let's give a prefix. So prefix equal to array of 1. No, array of 0. So which is a first string in the array. So and after that in a for loop, we are going to traverse from the 0th index to the last index of the array. So int I equal to 0, I greater than n and I no. We can give n or str dot length because both values are same. So inside the for loop, we are using a while loop. So I have tell a pseudocode, right? So inside the while loop, we are checking the str of I, our first index length, str of I dot index of prefix is not equal to 0. So it's not equal to 0. We have to update prefix equal to prefix dot substring of 0 comma prefix dot length minus 1. So inside this, we are using a if condition. So in a if, prefix dot is empty. If it is empty, in a SOPLN we have to print the empty string and we have to terminate the program. So after all this condition, we get a prefix value. So in that, we have to print the our prefix. So here, which means at first we have take the length of the array. So which is n. And in this string array, we are going to get a string array. So for that we have declared it. And after that, so in this follow, we have get the string input in a array. So you already know about this. So here in this if condition in this part, we are just checking. So if the string value is 0, it does not match with any character. Actually, it does not match with any string. So if any character is matched with the other string, so we can tell it has a common prefix. So if it's a null, so we don't have anything. So we are just returning an empty string. So and we have to terminate the condition also. So because there is no point to execute the further code. So we have seen this and after. So as I said, so we are going to initialize the first index in the prefix variable. So we have initialized and in a for loop travels from the 0th index to the our last index. And inside the follow, we are checking in a while condition. So if the string I, which is our first string of the array, our first index in the array, dot index of prefix is not equal to 0. So if it's not equal to 0, we are going to update the prefix value. So prefix equal to prefix dot substring of 0 comma prefix dot length of -1. So how means? So prefix dot substring. So substring means we usually split the string into a small string, right? So like that we are going to split. So if which the word is common in the every string, so we are just going to split. We are just going to take that characters and we just assign into a prefix. And after assigning, you are checking if the prefix is empty. We just return an empty string and return. So if it's not empty, we just print the prefix. So we have some value. So let's execute this. Okay, let's give our input length as 3. So let's give floor. So floor, flow, and fight. So in this, what we get, at first we just take this string and we just check with the other string. So in a second string and in a first string. So flow is matched. So ER will be removed and we just kept the FLOW. Right? And after that we will check with the third string. So we have only FLOW. So if we check with the third string, we got only F because LOW is not present in the third string. We just present only F. So let's see our output. So as we expected, we have got our output. So that's it for today video. If you found this explanation helpful, like the video and share it with your friends. And subscribe to the channel for more coding and placement preparation content. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video.